Hello, my name is Cameron Sabat, and this is Cutting to the Case, and I'm here with His Excellency Tarlie Francis of Grenada.
Yes, correct.
Thank you very much for joining us today.
Thank you.
I appreciate it. Yes, so we had a lot of questions about the Polaris project. Hundreds of millions of dollars of investment into health infrastructure in Grenada. And I've personally done a lot of research into this, being interested in global health. So just a few questions. How did Grenada come to ideate and create the Polaris project, and what specific national priorities does this program aim to advance?
Yes. Well, Grenada, we created what we look at as our sustainable development plan. Our national economic plan used to be an economic plan on its own. And instead of being just about the economy, we sought to make something that is integrated, that spans different sectors of the economy. If the country is to progress, you really need to have different areas and sectors of the country and of the economy in place, so as not to leave anybody behind, neither the persons in the rural communities or in the cities. Then you need to do something that is inclusive of everyone, neither the young people nor even the older persons. So you must do something for persons who are able and persons with disabilities. Grenada being small, we have very limited resources, and these resources have been stretched for many different needs of the people. The health sector is a sector that you must develop in order to keep the people cared for, and also to have the medical services available to the people as at the quality, so that the life and the lifestyle can be supported. So that is why health came into our development plan, to ensure that there is a healthy nation that can bring us to some level of development that is taken care of. So what we've done is to create this health sector plan. And the health sector plan was originally speaking mainly to preventative care. And we found that preventative care alongside medical services means that you have to have the infrastructure, a very good infrastructure, to be able to provide this care over time. And that is how the idea came. Why don't we build the infrastructure for the medical care, but at the modern standard, at the modern level? So what has happened so far is that the government has acquired land, 84 acres of land, to be able to build that project. A team was put together to develop the concept for the project, and that team was asked to be broad-minded about it, to consult with the community. And what we have as a result, the Polaris project is going to be a medical city, a state-of-the-art, modern-day teaching hospital on premises that will also include retirement center, would include shopping center, would include a health resort and other support facilities. And so that is going to cost us quite a lot of money. And for this reason, we have been looking for partnerships in the countries such as Qatar and Saudi Arabia and the United States and so. So that has happened so far. And in addition to that, what has happened is that we've begun to look at, on a small island, how do you grow an administrative apparatus, mechanism and system for operating a modern hospital. And for that we have partnered with Mount Sinai in New York to begin the research and the studies that will inform how that hospital would be administered, how it will be developed. And so, here is where the Polaris project brought itself into fruition. And that's why we are outside in the United States, we are outside everywhere, seeking to get interest in participating in it with us from partners and potential partners, universities, hospitals, cities, individual specialists. That's where we are.
Absolutely, and thank you very much for sharing that. So it definitely sounds like this is both within a country investment and a really outside of the country investment. Lots of hands on deck here.
Lots of hands on deck, and in terms of benefits, Grenada is a small population. We are somewhere in the region of 120,000. And for all of the Eastern Caribbean countries, St. Vincent, St. Lucia, Dominica, Antigua, and Barbuda, and so on, what this hospital would mean is that for the first time, we will have services in that Caribbean area that we do not have now. So medical attention that we have to travel to the United States to resolve, to receive, we can now have on one of the islands, and that would be Grenada. And that is really going to be a benefit for the entire region as well. the population is approximately 600,000 of all these islands put together, and so it would be able to be scaled for that.
Yes, absolutely. And 600,000 is already a huge number. So this is a huge impact.
Yeah, so that's what we want to happen. The project itself is a couple $100 million. Well, somewhere in the region of 500 million altogether. But it will be built in phases and would be delivered to the region and to Grenada somewhere. The grounds would be broken in the first quarter of 2026.
Yes.
So that's how the plans are, and certainly we'll come back to you. You'll have that information.
Yes,
as well.
absolutely. So out of respect for your time, I'll only ask one more question. Looking ahead, what does Grenada hope to achieve through Polaris over the next decade, and what support, really technical, financial, or diplomatic, would be most valuable from international players?
From international players, what is most valuable is to bring to Polaris the expertise, the experience, and the resources that they have that can materialize for us and for the region a medical facility that is of the standard that you can find in a developed country as well. For the specialists, persons who have an interest in being in the tropics, anywhere in the tropics, Grenada will be the place to be. We are actually going to have that hospital start on the technology of today, and we will be going back, which will make it, quite interesting for persons who would like to be making an impact somewhere in the developing world.
Yes.
And for the financial resources, of course, the project is going to be a private-public partnership. So it means that private enterprises, investment funds, philanthropists, even individuals would have an opportunity to participate in the financing of the project for return on investment over the long term. There will be no short-term return, but definitely over the long term. And for those who would like to just be of value to humanity, this is a project that will resolve a lot of the issues that the tropics have with certain very simple diseases, very simple conditions, kidney diseases, for example, mental health diseases, etc. All of this mental health conditions, persons with disabilities, how to treat with them, specialist attention for opticians and so forth. I think you have an opportunity to partner with us, and what I'll do is I'll give you the details so you can share with your viewers and listeners.
Yes.
And we can be in touch with each other in that way as well.
Yes.
And this is early stage of the project. As I say, it breaks ground in 2026. So it means that we do have 2 to 5 years of developing partnerships and of eventual insertion in this very wonderful and beautiful project on the Spice Island of Grenada.
Yes. So thank you very much. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
This has been a wonderful conversation, and this is Cameron signing off.